Welcome back, everybody, and Happy New Year. Can you believe January is almost over? I want to go into some brief details on what I'm doing differently with my hair this year. There's been a lot of growth since I did the big chop last year in February. If you're familiar with my channel, you know that I have alopecia. So I'll be continuing to use my minoxidil, and I added a calendar to keep track of my laser helmet and my derma stamp program that I want to be more consistent with this year. The new plan this year is to keep my hair in consistent protective styles and reduce the mechanical manipulation and damage that my hair has been going through. So I have a new program for length retention. I'll be going over 5 main steps that I plan to do this year to see some real progress. So step number 1 is longer term protective styles without extensions. I'll be keeping my hair in cornrows for 6 to 8 weeks at a time. For this first stint, I want to do a major push for progress and really see some results to boost my enthusiasm the beginning of the year. So even though it's hard to keep my hands out of my hair for 8 weeks, I'm starting with an 8-week push with this protective cornrow style. In this video, you'll see a few different sets of cornrows that I've already done in the past few months. And as my hair gets longer, it gets a bit easier. The set of cornrows that I have in now is done on flat ironed hair, and that made it a lot easier to grip, grab, and keep the braids neat. And going forward, I think I will be flat ironing my hair, trying to minimize tangling and practicing straight-haired natural techniques. Wigs are a major part of my protective styling, and my braids will be tucked safely away underneath my wigs when I go out for the next 6 to 8 weeks, or under satin scarves or silk scarves and bonnets. It's exciting to realize enough growth since my big chop last February that I can now cornrow my hair. I'm really glad to be able to be there again, because right after the big chop, I was feeling like, is my hair ever going to grow back? Why did I do the big chop again? I don't think I ever want to do the big chop again in my lifetime. I'm going to do the very best I can to hang on to my hair this time, you guys. It was around Valentine's Day last year when I big chopped my hair. I can hardly believe it's almost a year now, and my hair has grown about 5 inches, or I've retained about 5 inches, so I'm doing pretty good. Yes, the middle is still struggling, but I have plans to see improvement there. Clobetasol, minoxidil, and aloe vera is what I'm using so far, and I've started back with my derma stamp protocol and my low-level laser light therapy. So I'm really hoping those things will help. I got burnt out on taking all the vitamins. I need to go back to at least taking my iron, if nothing else. Pumpkin seed oil is a good idea too. And I'm trying to keep my protein intake high by eating chicken, steak, beef. So step 1 was protective styling on a longer term basis. Step 2 is moisturizing my hair 3 times a week under my wigs and making sure that my hair never gets dried out. I have plenty of ways to moisturize my hair, so it's going to be a top priority to make sure that moisturization happens on a regular basis, because sometimes it will be several days and I've realized that my hair feels dry or looks dry and hasn't been moisturized in a while. So this year I'll be keeping my hair cornrowed under my wigs for a more consistent length of time. I've been wearing wigs for years because of all the problems with my hair, but I've been doing too much when I take the wig off. So I'm going to learn to do less and discipline myself to do less. Step 3 is to shampoo and condition my hair every 2 weeks. I want to be faithful about having a clean scalp and having hair that's supple and moisturized and cared for. I'll also be moisturizing my hair about 3 times a week. My hair dries out very fast. Maybe it's partly the dry air in Arizona. I'm sure that's part of it. We also have hard water hair, and that doesn't help to really lock in moisture. So you want to keep wetting your hair and sealing in the moisture on a regular basis. With light leave-in conditioners, I'm going to do the best I can to keep any heavy oils or greases off my scalp, as that only causes irritation and itching and clogs the pores of my scalp. And I want to have a clean, breathable environment for my hair to grow well. So I'll be deep conditioning every 2 weeks with heat to help the conditioner really penetrate my hair so that my hair can be as strong as possible. And I'm actually setting up to be a straight hair natural this year. That's something new that I want to try. I found a keratin treatment on Amazon, and you'll be seeing me do a keratin treatment on my hair in March. I've read the reviews on this one. I've done a keratin treatment in the past, several years back, and it did damage my hair. It was the Amazon brand, so I'll be staying away from that one. And I found a new one that seems to have better results and better reviews. So in the future, you'll be seeing me do that. Step 4 is to be more careful in my takedown process, as I mentioned earlier. Now I'm looking at this video and I thought that I had saturated my hair with water and oil and conditioner before I even started taking down the braids, but my hair looks pretty dry here. So this is a learning experience for myself to observe what I'm doing and do it better next time. I will definitely be saturating my hair before I even start removing the braids in the future. As you can see, I mentioned earlier that I didn't do was detangle each braid as I went, so now I have to detangle my whole head of hair. And I was starting to panic because my hair is 4C hair and those little coils tangle around each other really easily. So I'm wetting my hair and I realized my hair's not wet enough, and I ran to the bathtub to really get it drenched before I started detangling because I didn't want to have a lot of breakage. I've got my African Pride pre-poo, and that really helps to add some slip. But then I added a lot more water to up the slip factor. In these pictures, I flat ironed my hair before I put the braids in, and hopefully that will help minimize tangling when I take the braids out in March. I'm leaving this set of braids in for 2 months, and I want to start practicing being a straight hair natural and keeping my hair more in a stretched state so that I can minimize the tangling. Okay, let me sum up one more time my 5 steps to length retention for 2026. 1. Longer term protective styles. Leave my hair alone. No extensions. Leave it alone for 6 to 8 weeks under wigs. 2. Moisturize regularly. 3. Shampoo and deep condition with heat every 2 weeks. 4. Take down the style with a lot of moisture and patience. And 5. Become a straight hair natural and do a keratin treatment this year. Wish me luck. Please subscribe and like if you want to follow my journey and if you've learned anything today. Thanks for watching. Bye.